Let's move on to the night game. A lot of cappers want this night game to get switched out, but not me. I added the Cowboys plus 10.5, and it's DiNucci time, baby. And I think that I'm getting value on the Cowboys plus 10.5. 48 Fahrenheit, mostly cloudy, 50 miles per hour in Philly. Am I crazy to think that I'm getting value on this Cowboy squad at plus 10.5?
Yes.
Okay.
Man, they're so bad. They're so bad, and they're so injured.
But they're getting back. Zach Martin, after missing the game with a concussion. Joe Looney, back, activated from injured reserve. And Sean Lee is going to play his first game of the year. And I know that Sean Lee's broken, but man, he's a leader, and he can step up. What do you think of getting these three guys back that are important?
I think leadership-wise, it's big with Sean Lee back in the lineup, but he's their third best linebacker, and so that's not a crazy lift. The leadership factor is absolutely, but he is still their third best linebacker. Offensively, getting Zach Martin back is just monstrous. That's huge. He's the best guard in football. Their line completely fell apart without him, so that helps, but this is I'm sorry, this Cowboys team is not only are they dejected, but they're infighting. It's just a really, really bad time to be a Cowboys fan. It's a bad time to be a Cowboys player. I see Philly making a statement in this game, and I don't think Philly's a very good team. But this is a Cowboys team in a rough spot.
Dennis Garcia, 0-7 against the spread are the Cowboys, and I am not alone. Diehard MMA podcast hitting Cowboys spread and money line tonight. Okay, I hear what you're saying, Bebsy, but I think that DiNucci being behind center and not having this Red Rocket who does nothing but lose game after game, having this guy, the 7th round pick, DiNucci, come in might give them a little bit of hope. And what if he does get off to an okay start? I would rather have DiNucci and the Cowboys at plus 10.5 than Dalton at plus 8.5. Is that nuts?
Yeah. We don't know anything about DiNucci, man. DiNucci, he could be a stud, but he could also be Nate Peterman. There's a reason this guy was buried on a depth chart. I don't have any faith in him. And look, he's got weapons, but that O-line is still banged up. Even though they get back Looney and they get back Zach Martin, the outside's still a mess. The tackles are still a mess. So it's just, I got in early with Philadelphia. And I really like that. I'm not sure I would jump on Philadelphia at 10.5. So I guess you do have a bit of value there, but I just can't. I can't see Dallas riding the ship this week unless DiNucci winds up, being a godlike quarterback that nobody saw. But from what I saw in limited action last week, that's not the case.
Yeah, I was close to moving at 11, went down to 10.5. I pulled the trigger. There are 10s on the board now. And Bebsy got in Tuesday at 7, which was a great job. It was something I couldn't do. It wasn't on board at Bet365. But Bebsy, you got it at BetMGM. I think I do not want the Eagles as double-digit favorites. And I know I'm being made fun of with this DiNucci spot, and that's fine. I just think he gives them a little bit of hope. A little bit of hope. Get a new quarterback back there. And Zach Martin's going to help. Sean Lee's going to help a lot. So,
if Sean Lee finishes the game, man, Sean Lee could be out after 3 snaps.
No doubt about it, but you do respect his game when he's running all over the field healthy.
Dude, Sean Lee is one of the handful of Cowboys I like in the history of the Dallas Cowboys. I have always hated Dallas. Obviously, being a Niners fan, I grew up. They hated each other. I hate Dallas. I've always liked Sean Lee. The guy just can't stay healthy. He's a fantastic player when he's in the game. But that's been his biggest problem, is staying in the game.
DiNucci rush yards is a spot that our Clint, star of the Die Hard MMA podcast, is looking at. Let's see what it is. Rush yards for DiNucci, 14.5.
If you're looking for a play in this garbage game that isn't, I'm pretty content sitting here with -7 at Philly, but yeah, take that DiNucci rush yards, because there's a good chance, especially against this Philly front, he's going to be running for his life today. That's another thing. Even getting those players back on the offensive line, if Philly has something to hang their hat on, it's that defensive line. They still have a lot of strength on that defensive line. That is still one of the better defensive lines in all of football. So that's a tough spot for DiNucci.
DiNucci going to get you in the gooch, man. I'm on DiNucci. I'm on the Cowboys plus 10.5, and I do have interest in the rush yards at over 14.5. I will have to put a little bit more work into that, but that's an interesting look that our Clint is talking about.